The question of panties on the table. How did it come to that? Well, I was living in South Africa at the time. And the question of panties on the table. How did it come to that? Well, I was living in South Africa at the time, and my boyfriend at the time, he and I had gone to a party. And I spoke Sutu, but not enough. And there was a song at the time called Panties. That's the way you pronounce it in Sesotho. And we're at the party, we're rocking it, and this song comes on, Panties, Panties, Panties. Oh, I'm getting into it. Oh. I was hurting it. I start shouting, Panties, Panties. If you're from South Africa and you know the song, please send it to me. I need to know what that song was. I can't find it and I don't know who performed it. But anyway, I'm shouting this thing, not knowing what it meant. And my boyfriend leans into my ear and whispers, "Do you know what you're really saying?" I said, "No, but it sounds good to me. Panties, Panties. And then he says to me, "Look around you." And I find all the men are shouting with me. And I think they were shouting to me. I was shouting panties on the table and didn't know it. And in the lyrics of the song, apparently it had to do with taking it all off. And ultimately the panties need to hit the table. So that's how the book title came to me. The book itself is an erotic novel. And my mom always said, never write down anything that you would not want me to see. So that being the guiding principle, I started writing the manuscript, which is, yes, the manuscript is ready, unfinished project. We've already talked about that. Don't try to shame me. Anyway, so I showed my mother the manuscript and she put it aside and said, "Well, excuse me." God bless and rest her soul. She was so funny. So then she says to me, at that point, she was about probably 80 years old, and I was a surprise baby. So at this point, she says to me, "Well, the other girls aren't modern like me, so you might need to do a clean version." So I did, actually. The novel the manuscript is in one format, which is Panties on the Table, and it's meant to be a mother-daughter series so that the person who prefers the racier version can buy the cleaner version for an older parent or loved one or friend or more conservative friend. I have to be an older person. Some people simply don't want the nasty little details. Well, that version will be called Malfeasance. So there you have it. Panties.